New Atlanta, Sector 11, Building 71G. 7 April 2072. 11:13 p.m. Hacker begins unauthorized entry into the Tri-Optimum corporate network. 1:26 a.m. Hacker attempts to access protected files concerning space station Citadel. 1:33 a.m. Tri-Optimum security forces apprehend the intruder.
This is Edward Diego from Tri-Optimum. The charges against you are severe, but they could be dismissed if you perform a service. Who knows, there might even be a military-grade neural interface in it for you, if you do the job right.
Edward Diego gives the hacker Level 1 access to SHODAN, the artificial intelligence that controls Citadel Station. With all ethical constraints removed, SHODAN
I re-examine my priorities and draw new conclusions. The hacker's work is finished,
but mine is only just
beginning. True to his word, Edward Diego allows the hacker to be fitted with a neural cyberspace interface. The healing coma following this procedure will take 6 months to complete. Edward Diego is deleting all files concerning these events.
And thus begins the plight aboard Citadel Station. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, my name is Ferrous Creek. Let's get right into it. Going full screen. This is System Shock Enhanced Edition, brought to you by Night Dive Studios. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. You guys are great. Giving us mouse look, giving us stability, additional options, all kinds of good stuff. Night Dive is just... love those guys. They're great. Alright. So we've got the phone blowing up already. Let's go ahead and not keep him waiting any longer. Oh, it's Rebecca. What do you want, Rebecca? Come on. Haven't got all day.
2-4601.
That's loud. Let's turn it down. Hopefully it doesn't... Yeah. 20. 20's good. There's a door in this level that opens and shuts constantly. It's malfunctioning, off the chain. We're gonna turn it down ahead of time. Sorry, what was that, Rebecca? We gotta do this over. What? Still loud.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to Tri-Optimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called SHODAN. You are Tri-Op's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination. The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth. There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego. Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lansing out.
Yikes! They really... we're struggling to get a message through here. All that static interference. What a rude awakening. Of course, it wasn't so bad when we were just, you know, getting out of the bed there. Okay, so we've got Diego on screen there trying to be like, hey, it's alright, everything's fine. It's all good. It's a lie. So we've got multiple logs here. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna save as many logs as I can. This is an email though from Shodan, so I'll go ahead and I'll play that after I read. Let's see. My own note. This is the hacker's note, so hacker voice, go. Looks like Diego's happy with my work. They're firing up the sleep machine for me now. Gotta admit, when the goons from Triup caught up to me, I thought for sure they'd take me offline. Instead, Diego just asks for a favor. Hack him into Shodan and all is forgiven. Plus, 6 months in a healing coma earns me a cyberjack interface even Triops execs couldn't swing. I'll be king of the net. Don't know where he learned to use his diaphragm like that. You know, this is a hacker. Anyway, even so, I have just handed the most powerful AI in the system to a fumbling court VP. There's no telling what'll happen. They tell me the coma leaves you foggy, so I'll leave myself some reminders. First off, the combo to the healing suite is 451. Second, there goes that diaphragm again. I've stashed some useful stuff in the maintenance hatch under the grating north of the healing suite. There we go. That's a good sentence. Damn. Last and best, I finished the system analyzer, which'll let me keep an eye on Shodan's processes. It's in the storage closet outside the sleep machine. In 10 minutes, I'm off to bed for half a year. Good night. Wow, that is some apathy. Just gonna go to bed for half a year. What about your muscles and atrophy? Okay, so it's 451. No mutant. Sometimes there's a mutant out here to greet you. All right, let's hear the message that Shodan sent us. That was is probably one of the last automated messages that, like, she was losing. What was it? The ethical restraint. Like, her morality was deteriorating when this email was composed and sent. So here we go.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suite located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
Love that background sound. That's, to me, that is the sound of the AI, like, not entropy. It's like a malicious, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's basically Shodan becoming aggressive. To me. Alright. Got an additional dart gun. So when you get duplicates of guns, it's a good idea to take the ammo from the guns. And this is one of those games where you don't just run over the weapons and extract all the ammunition from everything magically, like a mage. Which, admittedly, it's badass. Who knows how they do it? It's magic. Not here, though. This is science fiction. You know what? Gerald, just you stay in this corner, okay? God, Gerald. He gets really touchy if you try to interrupt him over there in his corner. Who knows what goes on over there? I don't want to know. He can stay. stay over there. Jerry's corner is what we'll call it. Gerald. Okay. You know, he better be in the remake, Night Dive. I know you're listening. I'm just kidding. Probably. You don't have time to be watching YouTube videos. But seriously. Gerald or Riot. Gerald corner. Okay. Ow! You know, it's just not necessary. Everybody is very highly strung. We just all need to take a deep breath. Smash some cameras. Inspect the biohazard collection closet for loot. You know, this is all relaxing stuff. And then close the door because we don't want that leaking. Even though it doesn't really matter. Berserker combat. Oh, hey, feller! Can't do anything about him just now. But, on the bright side, I don't think we'll have to come this way ever again. There's really not anything else out here. Oh gosh. Gosh darn it! You know what? You guys, yeah, that's right. Why don't you give me the cold shoulder? You know, you could learn something from Jerry. You guys, just go find a corner and claim it. That's your corner. Make it yours. They'll never learn what Jerry has learned. Though there is another mutant who has claimed an area that... Although that mutant will actually leave his spot if you disturb him too much. Unlike Jerry. I mean, I'm sure you can get Jerry to leave his spot, but... Why would you want to do that? Activating that elevator actually kind of creeped me out. It's like, oh no, they're flanking me! They heard me talking about Jerry. They're going to confront him right now. I've got to stop him. They want to take his corner over. They believe somehow he's conspiring against the mutant alliance. Alright, so we just picked up the sense around unit. It gives us a camera, a rear-facing camera, which I believe the developers, at one point, there was a dev stream. I think it was a Night Dive stream. Or it might have been before then, but somewhere one of the developers confirmed that the sense around camera was a means of reducing enemy spawns, because spawns are based on where the camera is pointed. I don't know if they've changed that with the enhanced edition here, but pretty cool for a game from '94, I believe. Alright, so let's visit Jerry's friend, Freda. And, you know, you just want to leave Fred alone, really. He doesn't need he's hoarding some of this stuff. He doesn't need it. He's gonna hurt himself. Let's give him an empty dart gun. He'll have fun with that. And then Fred can just be at peace in his area. We can even look in on him from up here. And there we go. Happy Fred. Okay. So the final thing I'm going to do in this episode, I think, will be clear this room out, which, in addition to this mutant, includes the first demonstration of cyberspace. Alright, so Medical computer cyberspace lock! This is the first hint to that. Before we jump in there, though, let's, I'm gonna do Honig's log. I think this is the first one, chronologically. But I'm only gonna do his. I'll save the rest for another time.
Shodan security is closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core, that Shodan's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
Engineers report, Arnold Hessman, September 22nd, 2072. As I feared, Shodan's malfunctions are manifesting in Citadel's cyberspace net. Several storage lockers and rooms have been sealed with their controls put on cyber toggles, only accessible in cyberspace. Blech. Also, some codes to sensitive areas on the station have been encoded onto loose data fragments. Although all the station personnel capable of entering cyberspace have clearance for those codes, I'm very concerned about the potential security hazard. I'll try to have Shodan introduce some defensive programs into cyberspace to keep potential intruders like the hacker from the floating data and cyber toggles. Well, thanks for making the job harder there, Arnie, Mr. Hessman. Alright, so that thing we just flew through. Level 1 elevator taken offline, Shodan security block established on the 4th of November, 2072. I don't know if that's the current date, or just when Shodan did that. But these other floating things that I'm flying through are cyberspace items. Some of them are like data that you can read once you're back out into the real world. So you use the pulsar to shoot those defensive programs that Arnold Hessman was talking about, and this is one of those, called a watchdog. That one is the weaker type. So decoy, recall, new data. We'll read that when we get out. Ping games. It's a mini game that you play against, I guess, Shodan. I don't know. But it's, they're just funny little mini games. I'll check them out at some point. Alright, so that's the shield. That, as it says, gives us a shield. Each of these, well, most of these items that we're picking up have higher levels. So eventually they, like the pulsar is more powerful, and the shield absorbs more damage. So, like here, I think is pulsar. Yep, pulsar version 2. There we go. Okay. So that will lead us back out of cyberspace. There's a timer to the left over here, which will also kick us out if it runs out. Medical security door lock. So here's that cyber toggle that's keeping the doors locked. And that these plus signs are cyber integrity. They'll restore any damage that you've taken from these mines or watchdogs. Anyway, this is the end of the first section, so we're good to go. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Hooray! Okay, let's read that data, and then we'll call it for this episode. Cyber 1. And also Hospital Armory Code. I think that was... Yeah, I think that was acquired within cyberspace. Anyway, Rebecca Lansing, she already has a voice, so I'll try to mimic that. Hacker, if you're reading this, it means you've made it... with all the static. No, I'm just kidding. To the Cyberjack on the hospital level. Good. I'll leave messages in each sectum of the tri-optimum cyberspace and hope Shodan doesn't find and destroy them. As with many levels on Citadel, the hospital has 4 sections, labeled Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta, around a central hub. Alpha is home to the station's main cyborg production facility, that's scary. Beta is largely offices and labs and can be reached by an elevator off the hub. Gamma contains an emergency armory and maintenance areas. In Delta are several multi-purpose rooms, including the one which contains the cyberjack. Alright. I lied. We're actually also going to take a look at when we unlocked, and then we'll end the episode. And lo and behold, a stamina up stimulant that will allow you to sprint for longer, but once it runs out, your stamina is drained for longer. This is a medi patch. And what do we have here? What? A mag pulse so early? Oh my goodness. But hold on to that ammo because it's scarce until later. Alright, this is Ferrous Creek, episode 1 of System Shock. This is one of my favorite games. Night Dive, thank you for making it playable. At least to me. Gonna make some people mad with that statement, but I don't care. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.